everybody! Coming up next is Checkmate With A Smile by the internet adventuring journalist, Jack Wonderland Frost. This is technically a debut because in this rabbit hole, the Jack Wonderland Frost you guys know is completely different from the Jack Wonderland Frost that's talking to you now. And of course, it's a pretty, I kept telling her, that's a if I haven't found an idea to have a video every week. Journalist never sleeps, and it just isn't the thrill when you have to plan something every single week. I mean, that's why, like, the news is moving to the internet, because it's in real time. Gosh, if she would just listen and just embrace this online figure lifestyle, that is, then it'll be fine. And of course, oh, yes, a little bit about knowing me. What's a little different about this Jack Wonderland Frost? Well, maybe you might have heard about my past life, but, and I did do that, but I was also young and stupid and 16 when I got famous on the internet for that kind of line of work. And the day the old man found out, thank God, I already got my master's in journalism. Oh man. Oh, I don't want to recall, like, how angry he got. I didn't even think anger could exist from that old man. So, I just got off a case right now, and I told the other me, the cool me, that seems to be pretty fun with the whole, just posting whatever on, except for, like, YouTube for every week for some stupid reason. And I told her I was sorry that I accidentally leaked my findings for the Jason Monroe case. It's named Forbidden because it was the name of the movie that they were last seen together watching. So, I only found that was only the first half of the Jason Monroe case of the last interaction. I have yet to find the one on Jason's side, but once we find that, we should be able to find the case for all that. So, what happened? So, Jason Monroe has recently been seen in court for some unrelated reason. He seems to, have really ticked off, the animation monopoly company that I shall not name. And if they are suspecting of that I am talking about them, let it be known that since I have not said you explicitly by name, this could be about anybody, and I should be fine here. So, of course, I had to go in a disguise, attending Jason Monroe's court hearing. And I mean, if you knew what I looked like, which is a bunny, because we're half bunny, the Jack Wonderland Frost, somehow, and so we are human passing. But of course, most people, if they didn't know any better, they seem to always call us bunnies. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So, I decided to sneak in, and of course, I had to be really, really careful, and I had to wear a disguise. And the disguise, I decided to disguise myself as one of those top ranked tier journalists that I refused to partake membership in. And of course, I got this lovely picture and we used to be friends and all. And and you're wondering, why is her portrait that I took myself, why is it all covered in darts? Well, that was because she decided to use her pen name. Is like the ending of it, I don't even want to think about it, and I'm gonna just spell it out because it's spelled, her surname for her pen name is like M-I-K, and that really offended me because I've known plenty of people that is a slur for that nationality, and it's not right because the Irish have suffered through a lot. So, you know what? So I disguised myself as CCM, as that what we'll refer to her as. And these rotate. I took plenty of this photography of these high-ranked, top-tier journalists. That's actually how I got an in as a journalist. I was a freelance photographer. And it's weird, because I noticed another thing about us, Jack Wonderland Frost, is that we start, as one thing, as a way as a stepping stone for our dream job. And it's so weird because I was surprised in this rabbit hole that that the same me has the same dream job that I did. And then, of course, we both started writing from stories, but then I had a friend that was in the newspaper, or now it's online because, of course, they have to evolve. And I got into hockey, so, and football and baseball. I started writing about it. I ended up liking really baseball for it. Anyway, getting a little off topic again. I'm sorry. But you know what? You gotta get in with the times if you want to be like an internet online journalist, and you got a master's in journalism like I do. So, yeah. Anyway, of course, now I'm sure some of you are like, well, today in Jason Monroe's unlike little court case of a hearing against the Monopoly Animation Company, blah blah blah. So now what happened? So I snuck in. Decided to wear like what was I wearing? I was wearing these old-fashioned glasses, and I decided to wear a fedora as a homage to Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones was like part of my childhood. I would watch it, I'd be inspired. Indiana Jones would inspire me to go outside, and because I used to be afraid to go outside and meet people and interact when I was a child. So I would just go out and pretend to be Indiana Jones and just head out. So I wore these old-fashioned glasses, like around the 1800s style, and a fedora. And they were golden, like around yellow. So that was a disguise to sneak in the Jason Monroe court hearing this time. That's how I got in, and I pretended to be CCM. Alias who? I don't know. Anyways, so what happened in the court hearing? You are probably wondering. Well, you see, here's the thing. I know you guys are definitely waiting for the top tier journalists or whatever, but you know what? They don't get into the bottom of anything, and they are often getting like secondhand sources from so-called like PR teams and lawyers. And let me tell you, in my experience, they are never 100% reliable. If you want anything done, anything to get done at all, you have to go in and find it yourself. And this is what I was trying to warn, like, some of my other, like, top tier ranked YouTubers that I thought we could have been ride or die with. But, unfortunately, they didn't list it. Maybe a handful did. But if you are, kudos to you. I mean, I'm so proud of you. Or that's what the other one would say, right? The other bee in this rabbit hole. So, what happened in this Jason Monroe court hearing, of course? So, for once, Jason Monroe actually looked pretty sharp. Not like most people, they find him very attractive. I guess it's because of the money and the fame or whatever. But Jason Monroe, who's the Jason Monroe in this rabbit hole anyway? I know it's something else, but it can't be that guy, because he looks nothing like that guy. That apparently there was like something happened today, but who knows? There's like court hearings happening every day, and then I know for sure like the Diddy. I know in this universe they're both like still this or rabbit hole, whatever. They are also like getting in trouble, so it's definitely not them, because they're definitely not. But apparently it happened on the same day. I have no idea. Okay. But I do know this. In my rabbit hole, in the Jason Monroe court hearing, I'm sitting there. So they actually showed up pretty early, around 4:30. And then the judge finally shows up. Jason Monroe is actually looking sharp in a suit and tie for once. And normally he does dress business casual. I heard that when they were watching Forbiddance with Ryan Gosling, that's what he was last seen in. I don't know what is taking the Silent Hill, county, the core authorities and all that forever to do justice what Jason Monroe did to them. Who God knows where Marie Kennedy went, and I thought that Marie Kennedy was going to be in the court hearing too, but no, it's a completely different woman. But it's like, for some reason, who knows? Somebody else, pretty silent the whole time. It must be another one of the bride victims or something, but who knows? Marie Kennedy, I don't know. She's been like MIA. Maybe she wants to be on the down low. I assume maybe she's in like some rabbit hole somewhere. I don't know. Jason Monroe doesn't really exist in this rabbit hole, which makes it even harder to find a comparison to. So on that day that Jason Monroe and Marie Kennedy went, and then he was on the run. What happened in this rabbit hole? Does anybody know? So what happened? So Jason Monroe is sitting there in his stupid little, like, $1,000 suit and a stupid dollar tie that I think he made out of a hat. Like his favorite hat, like beanie hat in high school. And then, so the lawyers that were supposed to be, like, I guess, like, these former admirers, I guess, these, whatever. So, the lawyers have basically said, oh, well, of course, no, there's a lack of communication, apparently. And then the judge is like pretty much made up their mind as it is. I mean, I say there because I don't know about this rabbit hole, but in my rabbit hole, if they go by their pronouns, that is a must, okay? Respecting pronouns is a definite, especially if you want to maintain your journalistic and ethnic. So, hey, I wonder, see, Eddie like in this rabbit hole. I could have sworn I saw him roaming around here recently the other day. Because he's got like this toad-like look or whatever. And then they also, I mean, I could not miss like the Eddie from my rabbit hole. And I just know there's a sound that he always makes, and every time it's just like something I would just torture people with when they just flip me off. It's like that Pop-Tart who decided to change her pen name to that very offensive and double down on that offensive like slang as her surname. Okay, I guess I might as well since I might build up. And sorry, he's like, and then, so I decided to ask him a question, and he looks at me like, how are you? And I ask him, what are you doing here? And then I realized, this one is the one from this rabbit hole. And what blows my mind about this journalistic hunting, like, how did I get to this point in my life where all the Eddies are the same in each rabbit hole, and they are absolutely, I know, like, absolutely, what's a synonym that I could use for him to describe him? It's, I don't know. It's the curse is almost the same, too. So, he, it's his name. So, I just love that it's, that when me and the other me are calling our Eddies. Well, and I guess for me, I guess it's a mouthful, but I prefer to say sleep-inducing. Because that is exactly what he is. But you know what? It's more fitting, I guess. It's even funnier to show, boring! I don't understand. Why am I being so mean? It's just the easiest voice to imitate. Sometimes, like, it's easier to imitate, like, some people than than the other me's in the other rabbit holes. It is actually insane, like, how many times just pretends to be a Jack Wonderland Frost in each rabbit hole. So, what happens in the Jason Monroe court hearing, right? Oh, I gotta get a cup of coffee. I've been up for so long, and I'm trying to ride out this storm. Oh, I hope everything's all okay. I'm trying to sound all cutesy and whatever, but journalistic credibility, ethics. What? Oh, I see. All right, so. Oh, man. Oh, I may have my ups and downs, but man, I finally learned how to brew a cup of coffee. Man, when is the other me gonna actually brew coffee right? No, I didn't. I just don't have the patience for it. Well, it would pay off if you did. I mean, just think backwards with tea. Uh, anyway. Alright, yeah. So, what happens is that the lawyers did not do the proper court procedures. Reminds me of a certain famous journalist in a yellow hat. And so the judge is basically gonna do another continuance. That's it. And you know what's the beauty of this? I just know that in like a week or two after my video that there's gonna be like the other top tier journalists in the yellow hat are gonna make videos and get out and like over almost 1 million views, and they're gonna get like over $1,000, and then they're gonna do the anti-flex that they do and be like, ha ha ha, we're all better than Jack Wonderland Frost, the journalist. We're better journalists than you. Look at all this bank we made. Look at all this cash money. Yeah. So right. That's funny. That's cute. Because yeah. You see, the beauty of it is like, isn't it very interesting that those so-called like top tier journalists that they love to refer themselves as, the bigger the top dogs, I guess they decided to rename themselves now. Isn't it very interesting that they only make videos when it's convenient, when it's suddenly like peak season of news and it's dry, and all of a sudden they're what they call a cash cow, as I would like to coin the term as, or my own coinage of the term. I can't take credit there. I'm a journalist. I have to credit where credit's due. So, it's very interesting that they're just gonna make videos and they're like, oh yes, please, give me $1. Give me $1 for giving you top reliable news. Screw the USA Today. Screw the CNN. Screw Fox News. Yeah, just me. I'm more reliable. I'm the top dog. I know everything. I've got to say. Right. See, yeah, so, and then the beauty of it is they can sit here and they can do it anytime, just like I do in one day and whatever, but they want to do it whenever they need to buy the latest thing at McDonald's. Or the latest, like the Chewbacca mask, or the Funko, a Baby Yoda, or the latest boba tea with extra boba, strawberry flavor, sugar-free, and with 12 Splendas. And the flavor of the boba tea is like something like, definitely not black. I want the sweet tea. I want the boba tea. I want it fresh tea. I want a spill tea. I like it piping hot. I like it more than you got. Right. So, yeah, sorry about the upcoming news. I know, it's a pretty unorthodox to the way I do my own online news of Checkmate with a Smile, because it is a real-time, real thing. Sometimes I let it get the best of me, but thank God I got my loved ones here to just pat me on the ground. And I don't know, like, I know, like, but let me just tell you, like, other me, as long as you just keep your feet planted on the ground and you just don't forget what you're doing all of this for, then you're not going to end up in some famous bubble like a lot of them too. I know you're afraid, and I know that trap is so easy to do, but you and I both know that we don't hate like the whole internet fame thing. It's just the atmosphere and how, like, a lot of these people think just because they're bigger than them and they have more numbers and they have more notoriety and money, that they feel that's the right to look down on people and act like that they should be grateful whenever their stories get exposure, and then they forget that sometimes the well-being and the safety and the justice matters more. So, anyway, oh, I just did it again, so I better, sign you off, guys, now. Coming up next is whatever it is, because Checkmate With A Smile by the internet adventurin Jack Wonderland Frost has to say good night. Stay safe until I see you again. Pet your pet for me. And of course, you did great today, so treat yourself. All right then. Bye-bye. Okay. Sayonara.